Working as a scientist in the US has not been normal since January 2025.
We got pulled in this big meeting with a lot of higher ups from NASA, and they were just like, you're moving out at the end of the month, nothing you can do about it. What? Why? When? What?
We were being evicted in an effort to save money for the government by DOGE. Oh. Yeah, my friend, he did say that he was going to leave. It's too depressing. This belongs to the government, so I can't take it with me. Where do I begin this story? The city I grew up in is called Midland because it is midway between El Paso and Fort Worth, which, if you are familiar with Texas, this would tell you it is in the middle of nowhere. When I was in high school, I was fascinated by genetic engineering. And I thought that's what I wanted to do. This was very hot stuff in the 90s. My teacher came into the room and she said, now, I know I'm supposed to teach you a section on evolution, but I'm not going to, because I don't believe in evolution. And have you ever heard about analogous body parts?
When I was at GISS, I was a PhD student. Most of my research looks at droughts and extreme rainfall and what happens when those two happen at the same time.
My specialty is in the water cycle. So Goddard Institute for Space Studies, we do a few things. We produce this annual global temperature record. So if you read the front page of the New York Times, it says like 2024, hottest year in 100,000 years. That is one of the things we do that's most famous. Another thing that we do is we try to produce simulations of the climate. A lot of rain, drought, all the things that you can envision go along with climate change. Everything changed this year. I guess this must be one of our screens. Oh. This is probably a fire code violation of something.
As I remember it, there wasn't really any justification given. It was just, this guy at DOGE says, you're out, you gotta get out. But I also had heard that we had just done a feasibility study when they renewed the rent.
And they did use the word DOGE during this announcement. Also during this announcement, I heard that NASA had been told to keep paying the lease for now. And we all knew that we just barely had gotten in the building with this, fresh off the presses renovation. Our renovation is in fact still not paid for.
I guess it would be a lot easier to say that because GISS does a lot of climate science, that's why they wanted to kick us out. But I think, honestly, they were doing a full front press on all science. And so, just a few weeks prior, all that stuff for the grants to the National Institute of Health came down. So I think really they were just like, that seems like an easy target. Let's just do it.
And our lease did not end until August 2031. And so everyone was like, how did you cancel the lease? You signed the contract. There is no lease canceling. I have a computer server that I use in the building to do my work and my research. And I was told that's got to go. Your new job is figuring out how to take that server apart and put it back together someplace safely. Good luck. And doing data manipulations is very difficult. So to give you an idea for scale, the kind of simulations that I do, they produce 10 to 20 terabytes of output. What is a computer simulation? What is a computer model? It's a place, a virtual laboratory where we can run thought experiments that are too sophisticated to work out on paper anymore.
I mean, I feel like this entire dissertation is written on the politicization of climate science. The moneyed interests are not interested in more people knowing about climate science. NASA's mission includes communicating the research that we've done. I think that's incredibly important. It is a public resource. We are making science for the public and being able to share it out again. One of the wonderful things about climate science data, and specifically the climate models that I work in, is there is a giant international project funded both by the US federal government and also governments all around the world to build these models and release them publicly such that anybody can download them. I can download them, you can download them. You don't have to get any special permissions. The worst you might have to do is set up an account. And then you can download terabytes and terabytes of climate data, totally free.
So NASA in a typical year will have about 500 employees quit through natural attrition. They're retiring, they got a new job, whatever, about 500. This year, we're around 4,500.
Cutting it out now, we are losing data, we are losing people, and there's gonna be sort of a dropout during these years, which is gonna be very scary. Hopefully we can start building it back, but there's still going to be a blip where we're going to have less good data from these, this decade, maybe even into the future, which sucks.